Parties, the 29th Conference of Parties taking place in Baku, Azerbaijan. We are joined by Fred Njehu. He is a Pan-African Political Strategist at Greenpeace Africa. Good evening, Fred. How is Baku treating you?
Good evening to you, back to you in studio. It's very cold here in Baku, but we are weathering the weather and we are hoping for the best out of it.
Of course. A lot has happened today. We've seen, in matters, the conversation, the biggest conversation on the loss and damage fund. That has still been a very elusive dream. I want you to perhaps give us an overview, just very, very briefly in a few seconds. Where are we? Are we making progress? This is the 29th Conference of Parties. Someone who was born when this COPs was starting is now 29 years old. And are we making progress, especially with such conferences that continue to take place on matters climate change and climate action?
Thank you very much. I must say that we have very slow progress over the last couple of days. And as you might know, there are various thorny issues within the text that are yet to be agreed upon. The new climate goal, who pays for it, where does the money come from? And also issues like loss and damage, adaptation, mitigation haven't been sort of agreed upon. They are technical issues, but I must say that, money is political, negotiations are technical. So we are hoping that the ministerial this week will strike a balance on all those issues.
Indeed. The loss and damage fund is a conversation that, of course, countries are yet to commit to it. There is also the annual fund that, has not yet been actualized. Why is there this reluctance?
The reluctance is on lack of political goodwill, because at COP26, COP27, we've seen progress on the establishment of a loss and damage fund to cater for the climate action, especially for the vulnerable countries and communities and the frontline communities that have been impacted negatively by the climate crisis, especially those in Africa and countries in the global south. But the complexity of loss and damage fund, of course, stems out of the fact that at COP29, we have to design a new goal. That's a new collective and quantified goal on finance. And the Paris Agreement stipulates that you have to strike a balance between adaptation and mitigation. So since loss and damage is a new item that has been negotiated over the last couple of COPs, parties are wondering now, do we include it as part of the new goal or do we separate it away from the finance goal? So that complexity is there to out. But